Hello, everyone. Welcome. I want to welcome all of you and thank you so much for taking the time to come in and learn and help and support Charlene on her launching her business. I want to thank you for making time of your busy schedule to be here. And this is about a health and body reset. And the person that invited you really care about you because she wants you to benefit from this incredible opportunity, your health. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Mari Villar. I'm a health and wellness coach. I studied this transformation, ultimate lifestyle transformation, 15 months ago. And let me tell you, it's been an incredible journey for the better for my husband and I. I will share his testimonial so you can hear from him. And I started this transformation just to lose weight, not knowing the benefits that I was going to receive. And in a very short period of time, I started noticing, feeling better, sleeping better. I tried everything. I did diets, I counted calories, I tried everything, and nothing really worked. I did have high cholesterol for 4 years, and my doctor wanted to put me on medication. But I'm so thankful that I found this company because it really has changed my life, my health for the better. And it's been 15 months. I lost a total of 30 pounds. I lost 3 sizes, and I feel better. So it's, if I can say this is a life changer, a life changing, it's an understatement. So I want to tell you about this program. It's about nourishing your body at a cellular level with no deprivation, but eating in abundance. You can replace 2 meals and add it to any, meals that you're already using. It really is going to meet where you really are at. So when you invest in your transformation, in your program, you are going to get a box of superfoods delivered to your door. And I really love what Dave Sandoval says. The quality of life that we eat, the quality of foods that we eat equals to the quality of life we live. So here's what a typical day looks like. As I mentioned, you are going to get 2 super meals. The third meal is simply a whole foods meal of your choice. There are no rigid diet rules, no calorie counting. We want you to move away from processed foods, boxed foods, refined, we call it Frankenfood, and really eat into more whole foods, plant-based. And my friend and my co-host, Tabitha, she will explain the program. So I'm going to, and then after that, we will have some testimonials of people that have been, their life has changed dramatically as I have. And I didn't mention, but I turned 60 years old this year. And let me tell you, I feel better now than I did 20 years ago.
Not good to make it like that. Know that when we are too low, the pump takes the dirt and we're going to clock out.
Hold on 1 second. We need to mute for the background. So I'm going to share my screen and hold on 1 second. I have to go from the beginning. Hold on. There we go. Go ahead, Tabitha.
Thank you so much, Marty. So let me just tell you very briefly why we feel so strongly about and we're passionate about this program. I know that when I heard about this, I didn't understand that how different it was from anything else that's on the market today, that's available to us today. But I did understand the importance of nourishment, of really nourishing our body. And so as I go through these components, I want to really explain to you and show you why this program, first of all, is put together in a synergistic way that everything works together. It's designed so that we're able to really reset our whole body and see changes at the cellular level, as well as at the superficial level, even changing by going back in time with our aging. And that is all because of the way the program was designed to work together and the high quality and high quantity of nutrients within this program. And that's what this is really about, nourishing your body down on that cellular level. Again, our goal is to make it easier for the average person to lean away from those processed and refined foods that so often makes up a huge portion of the average person's diet, and help them to lean into having raw foods, having nutrient-dense foods, all organic, all non-GMO, everything being absolutely pure and clean, with no isolates, no preservatives, no chemicals, no additives, no colorants, none of that junk. And when we do that, we take our state of functioning, our daily state of functioning from here, and we are up-leveling it month after month after month. And that's why you're going to hear incredible stories today, because each one of us have seen the power of these pure raw foods. So this program was designed for that. It was designed to help your body function better. Exactly that. And purely that. So the way the program is designed, you can see it on the left-hand side there. There's a wide array of nutrients. This is really going to help people improve sleep, reduce free radical damage, have better athletic performance, be able to have a healthy response to inflammation, get more muscle mass. One thing that Mari didn't tell you is that her BMI changed 10%. So she lost fat and gained muscle. I mean, this is a superwoman at 60 years old who's able to change that BMI in a very short period of time. And that is really what this program helps you to do. Function at that more optimal level, really see change deep down. So let's go to the very first component, and I'll break it down for you one by one. The first thing is anybody, we all need protein, right? But if you are somebody that's focused on fitness, if you're looking for more muscle mass, if you're wanting to get stronger, to see a tightening of your skin, more collagen production, all of that, then you have found your holy grail in a bottle. Really, you have. And that is because these aminos, they're designed to be they're the 8 essential amino acids for building muscle within our body. And because those are the only ingredients, and it comes in a pre-digested form, which means that your body doesn't have to work to digest it. It doesn't break a fast. It goes straight into your muscles in 23 minutes. We know because we have clinical trial studies that have been done. And it works at building muscle for 2 hours. So this product right here, this component, is in the physician's desk reference 16 times. It's being used in hospitals and all over the United States to help those that are comatose or in paralyzed state, to prevent muscle wastage. So you and me, we're going to the gym, we're doing our yoga, our Pilates, we're doing our workout, we're going on the bike, we're going for a walk, we're going to walk the dog, whatever it is that we do on a daily basis. This is maximizing that movement so that we're going to see quicker gains. We're going to actually be able to see more muscle come on our body with less intense effort on our part. That's what we all want, right? And especially as we're moving forward in our age, we all want to be able to put on muscle no matter our age. So this really helps us to do that. On top of that, a lot of people really notice that this helps improve the tightness of the skin. And that's because this component, along with another component I'm going to be talking about in just a few minutes, together they help your body produce more collagen on its own. So it's not a collagen supplement, but it's actually just helping you make your own collagen naturally. So a win-win there. Now, with our protein, we need to hypernourish our cells. So our protein is one of the macronutrients that our body needs, but there are others. So let's go forward to the next component, which is our power shake. And this is going to help us get our healthy fats, our healthy carbs, but also get that wide spectrum of micronutrients from raw foods. So this is something that we call liquid sunshine because it really helps you to radiate from within. Your body craves it because it's finally getting the nutrition that it's been needing for a long time, but we're just not able to do with the nutrient poor diet that we have. Even when we're eating super good and super clean, it still cannot provide what we call hypernourishment. So hypernourishment means a large abundance of nutrients that are all from these raw foods. So that's exactly what the Power Shake does. In fact, one serving of this is the equivalent of 6 large microgreen salads. You do that twice a day. That's 12 large microgreen salads of vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything that your body desires and needs to function at a huge quantity. You could never eat 12 salads, but you can certainly drink 2 of these and get everything that you need. So it really simplifies that process. So the Power Shake together with the aminos, they provide your day's nutrients. And we do this breakfast, and most of us also at lunch. And then we add the next component to it because we realize that most people need gut support. We all do. Our poor microbiome is inundated with things that cause imbalance in our microbiome. So this is our prebiotic. It's also probiotic. It really supports healthy gut bacteria, getting that balance in the gut. It also helps to strengthen our gut lining so that we have really tight junctions, which is really important for a myriad of reasons, inflammation being one of the key ones. And another really important fact about this that you will notice just in that blue box underneath the biomedic there is that this has been clinically proven through human trial studies to remove this very, very toxic herbicide called glyphosate, up to 74% in 6 weeks. This is really important because unfortunately, whether you know it or not, you are being exposed to this toxic herbicide on a daily basis. It's in 95% of the drinks in the grocery store and 75% of the foods in the grocery store. And it has been shown to be linked to so many different illnesses, cancers, lymphoma, obesity, asthma, autoimmune conditions, as well as chronic inflammation, IBS, Crohn's, like the list goes on and on. So it is critical that we are supporting our body in the elimination of this toxin so that it is not creating further havoc. And a second really important factor that this biomedic does is it has also been clinically proven to reduce this inflammatory biomarker called CRP, or C-reactive protein. That is a biomarker for inflammation that when you go to do your blood work at your doctor's office, they may test for your CRP levels, and that shows how much systemic inflammation you have in your body. Well, we know inflammation is the driver behind all illness. So having this that has been clinically proven to reduce that biomarker of inflammation by 75% in 6 weeks is profound. it really helps people. We have so many people who notice that not only are they feeling better, lighter, but they're more able to move their joints. All of this benefits just from getting toxic herbicides out of our body and also reducing our inflammation. Game changer. And I will tell my story in a little bit, and you'll see why I feel so passionate about this, these three components. So these twice a day, each one of these three twice a day, but then we all need deep sleep, because we can do all the healthy things that we want with our life. But if we are not sleeping, it's all for naught, right? We just don't feel good. We can't feel good if we're not getting proper sleep. And this is a real issue for many people. They find themselves taking a multitude of tea, melatonin, CBD, everything that they can get their hands on to try and get a full night's sleep. But there's a very simple way to do that. And that is just this one ingredient, which is our tart cherry concentrate. And that is the apothecary. Apothecary is incredible because it actually helps our pineal gland to produce melatonin on its own. So we're actually just supporting our body's own production of melatonin. Increasing that production helps us to reset our circadian rhythm. We're going to get in deep sleep, and we're going to be able to sleep through the night, which is massive. Now, I didn't have a problem sleeping before I came on this program, but I always woke up tired. I always felt like I just needed more rest. That 8 hours of sleep, 9 hours of sleep didn't do me any good. And I never had a dream for, I don't know, probably 10 years. But just after a few nights of apothecary, I was having full-on Disney movies in my head. I was just dreaming because I was getting in that deep sleep and waking up, feeling rested, rejuvenated. I'm ready to tackle my day, bring it on. And that feels really good. And just having a natural way to do that. So that's the apothecary. That's just right before bedtime. And then one more piece of the puzzle to round out this whole program, and that is because no matter who we are, we have an excess that we need to eliminate. Oftentimes there is impacted waste matter, so in our gut, and so we use Super Cleanser to help us release that, help us have a healthy way to release toxicity, and more importantly, flush out parasites. Parasites are not pleasant. Nobody wants to think about that happening within their body. Nobody wants to think about having to do a parasite cleanse, but Super Cleanser is the absolute easiest way to do it. Very gentle. You won't notice really a change in your day-to-day living, but you notice a change in how you feel afterwards, a lightness, a freshness. It's just really important to do that. And we do this about twice a year. We take a back-to-back, month-to-month, back-to-back time. So the first 30 days, we do this for 10 days, and the second we do it for another 10 days. And that really makes sure that we're cleaning, we're keeping our gut healthy and deeply cleansed. Okay. So this comprises what we call the ultimate lifestyle transformation, because it really works on those pillars of sleep, gut health, building muscle, nourishing your cells, eliminating toxicity. Those are so important. But maybe, and you can stop the screen share, Mari, and I'll just share a few more pieces to the puzzle. Maybe you have even deeper goals. Maybe you'd like to see some changes, or you're a really active person. You love to be physical, go to the gym. You love to see those kinds of results. Well, we really believe that superfood is the best way to go. You can get the results that you want, and at the same time, feed and fuel your body with organic, natural superfoods that are going to help you get those gains, but without any compromises in ingredients. So that's why I want to share just a few extra things that we add on for those who are really into fitness, are really into performance. So actually, it's the same 5 components that I talked about now, the ULT, and then we're going to add on these next few pieces to the puzzle. So one of them is super xanthan. It is one of my favorites. I take it every single day because it is one of the most powerful antioxidants that has been studied to date. It is so powerful. It actually acts as an internal sunscreen, protecting your skin from UVA and UVB light from the sun. But when you're an athlete, what is one of the most frustrating and difficult things that you face the day after you go to the gym? Walking. That muscle soreness that you have after you go and work out, astaxanthin stops it in its tracks so that you don't feel sore. You get on the bike, the next day you can get right back on that bike. You can do another form of activity. You can stretch, but you don't have that soreness because it helps the lactic acid buildup that happens. So it really stops that production of lactic acid. And that means you recover so much faster from your workout. Now, what about before you work out? Of course, most of the time when you're going to be doing some kind of movement, you want energy, you want strength, and you want fire. You want to be able to give it your all. So we use something called Can't Beat This, which takes the power of beets. Now, beets is something that if you were in the fitness or athletic world, you know a lot about it. It has the ability to pump oxygen and nitric oxide into your muscles, and that means it can help you increase your endurance. So we use Can't Beat This to help that, to help us to really have endurance for the entire length of our workout. On top of that, it has a very natural source of caffeine, so giving you that little extra get up and go so that you can work out for the length of time that you want, for the whole length of your class. It's very easy for your body to assimilate, and it's not hard on the adrenals like other caffeine sources are. So this makes it a perfect pre-workout. And then after you work out, you want to support your body with something called MVP protein. And this is really going to give you protein, carbs, glucose, minerals, nutrients, potassium, magnesium, sodium, all of those minerals that you have just depleted in your sweat. They're going to be replenished with the MVP sport. And that's exactly what it was designed to do. So one more component, which is actually one of my absolute favorites, is the Aloe Digest. One thing that a lot of people who are very active notice that they deal with is gas and bloating. And so, or maybe even having digestive upset where you don't really want to eat anything before you go and work out because you're worried about having, just some uncomfortableness there. Aloe Digest really helps to do that. We don't need to have a chemical antacid. We can take the power of the aloe vera plant, and it also has digestive enzymes as well as prebiotics and probiotics that just like ease all of those symptoms. And I love it. I use it anytime I know I'm going to eat something that may potentially just be a little uncomfortable later. So it is highly, highly recommended. And all of these things have been designed by Dave, who has worked with many, many professional athletes, from MMA fighters to NFL players to UFC fighters to tennis pros and cyclists, many, many more. There's no finer way to feel your best, even when you're in whatever level of activity it is that you're doing. You can feel your best and you can get your best results just by using food. And that is what we are here to encourage you to do. So that is just a couple of the ways that we support you here at Purium. So now I'm going to turn it over to Madi, and we're going to be hearing from some different ones as they share their stories.
Thank you, Tabata. Excellent way to present the components. I learn so much from you every time I hear you. Now, this is the best part I love about the call, is that we can get to hear the testimonials from people that have been doing this, not for a long time. Well, you're gonna hear Tabitha, but also from friends that are here, they saw results right away. So the first person that I want to bring on is Alicia. If you can unmute yourself and share with us your transformation with the ultimate lifestyle.
Sure, Marty, thank you. And Tabitha, I was introduced to Purium Transformation Company just in July, about 3 months ago, not knowing what a special product this is. So I was dealing with hypothyroidism, still dealing with it. And that condition causes digestion issues, mental fog, lack of energy, lack of restful sleep. So it's like everywhere when I go to a restaurant, I have to say, take this out, take this out, take that out. Or if I go to a gathering with friends, I bring my own food because everything has either tomatoes, peppers, or cheese. So it was very frustrating having not being able to just order off a menu. So when I heard the information at the Superfood Social, I liked what I heard, but I wanted to make sure it didn't have those ingredients that I couldn't have. So I carefully looked at the label, and they also said, well, it's a 60-day money back guarantee. So I was like, let me try it. And if I get rashes or if my joints start hurting, I'll just send it back. And then another thing, hypothyroidism causes hair problems. You lose your eyebrows, your hair thins and everything. So I hadn't been to my beautician in about 6 weeks. So I went back to her, my beautician, and she's like, what have you been doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? Do I have split ends? Because I was taking care of my own hair. Like, did I do something wrong? She says, no, your hair is so healthy. And I thought about, okay, I'm taking the super aminos, and that clicked with her because she was taking a nutrition class and she was learning about aminos and how good they are for the body. She's like, your hair is like the hair of a pregnant woman. And I know I'm not pregnant. So I, she even started taking the product, the Purium ULT. So I've lost 20 pounds since July. I noticed a difference like within 4 days. You notice a difference really soon. My skin was clearing up, and so I really recommend this product for. It's a serious product. It's not a fluff product. It's not like any other product I've tried before, and I love it. It's gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. Oh, and I wanted to say this too. I went to the store just to buy a pack of gum, and I'm looking at the label, and it has soy lecithin in chewing gum. So I couldn't even buy chewing gum because I can't have soy, gluten. So anyway, I plan to incorporate this product. It's very easy. You replace 2 meals and have your own meal and have a couple of snacks as well. I just love it, and will continue to use it.
Beautiful, Alicia. Thank you so much. And I saw you at the Superfood Social, and you're a totally different person. It's like you rejuvenating, and I can see you have this glowing skin. Beautiful. Thank you for your testimonial. I now want to bring my dear friend Lydia that I invited to the Superfood Social in July, and Lydia invited Alicia, so the two of them came. So please, Lydia, share with us your testimonial.
Well, Mari had been telling me about this for quite some time, but I guess I had to go to the Superfood Social to really find out what it was all about. Alicia and I listened to what was going on. I know Alicia had always shared with me some of the things she had been going through, and she wanted to come on board and try it out because when she showed up at the social, she wasn't feeling good. She was even using a cane at the time. And I just was like, oh my goodness, if anything can help her, I just, prayed about it in my heart. And of course, we can see what happened today. And it's just wonderful. And for myself, I mean, thankfully, I don't have any medical problems. However, I was interested in the nutrition aspect of it because I had started to lose weight with with doing something else. And but I wasn't feeling like I was getting the proper nutrition. So when it was explained to me about the power shakes and how I could get 6 micro salads in one shake, I was like, oh my goodness, I could use some energy like that because I don't want to eat 6 salads. So it was like, wow, okay, this will work for me too. And so I was starting to inculcate some more exercise by walking and lifting some light weights. So when they talk about the aminos and the tightening of the skin, I was like, oh yeah, I need that too. So now I never felt like exercising before, but after I started getting on this program, I actually felt like going out to exercise. And when I did lose the weight, I noticed sagginess in my skin. So after a while, my sagginess in my skin, especially under my arms, had dissipated under my chin, tightening in the eyes area. I was like, oh, this is actually going to help beautify me. This is pretty nice. So I'm in my 60s too. So, you know, we got to think, us girls got to think about these things. So anyways, I also wanted it for preventative measure because both my parents, they've always been pretty healthy, but they both had to suffer through cancer. And I was like, it had to be in our food, it has to be in our water, something, because they're not persons who would ever eat junk food. So when they explained to me and educated me, Purium did, about our farming system and glyphosate, it was like, that's it. That's what's hurting people. So this is also a preventative measure for me. And there's so many other things that, oh, I could just sit here and talk, because even my body, I was getting swelling in my ankles and I don't have that anymore. I have stronger nails, I have stronger hair. So it's just been a really great experience.
Yeah, Lydia, that is so beautiful. I love your story, and I can see the transformation on you. It's like day and night, and you were already eating right. You were, I guess, you were doing intermittent fasting, and you were losing weight, but you were not getting the energy. So that was beautiful.
Right.
And you're looking younger as well. I can see it on your hair and your skin, and you're getting smaller. I can see it on your body shape. So thank you. I do have one more share that I want to share with you. I'm going to share my screen. I hope I can do it this time. I was having issues this time, morning, so I'm going to share my husband's testimonial. And it's only about, let me see if you can see his. Perfect. So I'm going to play it.
Hi, my name is Eddie VR, and I want to talk about my ultimate lifestyle transformation. 14 months ago, I started this program to lose weight. And I started to lose weight right away, but within a week, I noticed that I had improvement on joint inflammation in my hands. I suffer from an autoimmune condition, and that condition started to improve as well. So not only was I losing weight, but I was feeling much better. My joint pain was so severe that I couldn't even tie the upper button on my shirts. I had to ask my wife to help me. So it was quite embarrassing, but I'm relieved that now I can do that by myself. Also, I've lost a total of 70 pounds during this lifestyle transformation, and I'm feeling much better. As a matter of fact, people at work noticed that my acuity and my mental clarity improved a lot, and they thought I was a totally different person. So I haven't felt this good in 20 years. And I'm going to continue on the ultimate lifestyle transformation because I still want to lose another few pounds. So that's my story.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you very much. So, Tabata, you want to share your story briefly?
Thank you. I'd love to hear all these stories and how they change and evolve over time. My story also changes and evolved over time. It started back when I was 21. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, fibromyalgia. Now, if you know anybody with that, you know how devastating it can be to their entire life. I was just in constant pain, terrible, terrible headaches. And even even though I already thought I was a healthy person, fortunately, now we're talking about 20 years ago, a close friend of mine made some suggestions about changing a few things about the way that I ate, removing some inflammatory food. So I quickly made the connection between how I felt and what I ate. However, that only worked, removing those 2-3 foods, that only worked for a couple of years. And I found myself about 5 years ago that I had started to just remove more and more things from my diet in order to feel worse and worse. I mean, I was basically homebound, unable to exercise, unable to really see light at the end of the tunnel. And I had tried everything, every possible solution, including 2 surgeries that brought about no relief, and I was only getting worse and worse. A good friend of mine, then a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, she introduced me to the concept of using food as medicine. And she also introduced me to, like what Lydia said, glyphosate, to really understanding what this toxic herbicide is doing to people's gut microbiome and how it is affecting our overall health. And so by hyper-nourishing my body and by using the biomedic, I was able to start see, the glyphosate was a root cause for me. And as I was getting that out of my body, I could see that I was feeling less and less pain and inflammation. My headaches very shortly became a thing of the past. And my food intolerances, which at that point had grown to everything except a few different kinds of meat and a few different kinds of vegetables, I finally, after only 6 weeks on this program, I was actually able to eat food and enjoy it. I live in Italy and I hadn't been able to eat a tomato for like 5 years. You can imagine, I was finally able to eat a tomato again. I was finally able to get my food fear to be something in the past and be able to enjoy social events, just like Alicia talked about, go out to dinner with people, go to people's houses and not have to be the Tupperware lady. It was enormous. But not only that, I have gotten my ability back to go on hikes, to do exercise, to be able to see myself get stronger again and not be that weak person that I didn't want to be. These are massive changes. So when we talk about things being transformational, we're not kidding. We're serious. It even gets me emotional because I think about where I was then and where I am now. And I'm so grateful that I found this and that I have the opportunity to share it with all of you. So that's my story. And I could have made it 5 minutes, but in a nutshell, that's what it is.
Thank you, Tabitha. Thank you, everyone. I love all of your stories. And one thing that I want to tell you, we're not doctors. As you can see here, everyone has a different health issue or preventive approach. I want to thank you all for coming. And this is just nutrition that is good for the whole family. You see my granddaughter coming in the room. She drinks the power shake. She drinks, the Pati Sherry. So this is really a nutrition program. At 30 days, I always tell people, give yourself 60 to 90 days of superfoods that is going to help you do body reset. It really comes to 2 meals a day for a total of 60 meals. In the cost breakdown, the questions that most people ask, what is the cost? It really comes to $6 per meal, $12 a day. And it comes directly to your home. I says, now let me ask you, where can you get the most nutritious program with the vitamins, with your gut support, with your sleeping and all of that, the aminos for $6 a meal? I don't know you, but not even in McDonald's people can do that anymore. So if you're ready to get started, if you're watching this in a recording or here present, thank you for being here. But if you are ready to get started, make sure to get to the person that invited you. because they have a special 25% discount code to share with you. They're also going to help you set up a smart order so you get another automatic order. And why? Because we want you to have a success, to keep you in a maintenance program, but also for any goals that you have. You know, you want to lose weight, you want to feel better, and you will be saving money. So now we are going to start the recording, and then we can have questions.